Floyd Mayweather blessed Keith Thurman by not fighting him. It was a blessing because Keith Thurman didn't stand a chance in hell of winning that fight. The only thing I keep hearing over and over from the Keith Thurman fans is he's going to knock Floyd Mayweather out. I beg to differ. He didn't knock out Bundu. He didn't knock out Jan Zavic. He didn't knock out Robert Guerrero. He didn't knock out Sean Porter. In fact, since he stepped up in competition, the knockouts have stopped altogether. But let's entertain the option that Keith Thurman somehow hurts Floyd Mayweather. Well, there's three things that Floyd can do. One, he can simply grab Keith Thurman. He can wrap up. He can stay inside, smothers Keith Thurman's work. Keith Thurman is definitely not the best inside fighter. Two, he can go to the ropes like he always do, rely on his defense, slipping and moving, rope-a-dope. Three, he can simply get on his bicycle and just move around the ring until he recovers. We've seen him do all of these things against equal competition. He was able to go to the ropes after Manny Pacquiao hurt him, rely on his defense, and not get hit again. He was able to wrap up guys like Shane Mosley and stand inside after getting buzzed and not get hit again. If we actually look at who Floyd Mayweather was hurt by and how often, and who Keith Thurman was hurt by and how often, I would say Keith Thurman has about as good of a chance of knocking out a guy of Mayweather caliber as Mayweather has of knocking out a guy of Keith Thurman's durability. So the real question is, what in the hell is Keith Thurman going to do to steal 7 rounds from Floyd Mayweather? What is he going to do? And based on what? Based on what? Because when I look at guys like Manny Pacquiao, he comes in at angles. He's way quicker than Keith Thurman, and he's a southpaw. And he wasn't able to steal 7 rounds. So do we expect Keith Thurman to do it? I don't think so. We look at guys like Marcos Maidana. He's much better inside than Keith Thurman. He's way more aggressive. They have similar power. He's unorthodox, throws way more punches than Keith Thurman. So again, what is he going to do to steal 7 rounds? I say nothing. And this is based on his level of competition and Floyd's level of competition. I don't see it happening. I don't see anything that Keith Thurman has ever done and anything that Floyd Mayweather didn't do that's going to give Keith Thurman 7 rounds. Just don't see it happening. This is a blessing. Keith Thurman should thank the lucky stars that he didn't have to step in the ring with Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather has too many advantages. He has better footwork. He's a better inside fighter. He's a better outboxer. He's quicker. He has a better jab. He's more durable. He has a better chin. He has experience. Keith Thurman has youth and power. Let's look at it this way. If we didn't know these two guys and we didn't follow their career, just say it was 2 guys who fought overseas somewhere, nobody in their right mind would pick Keith Thurman. Nobody. Based on competition, based on what you've seen inside of the ring, based on experience, based on their opponents, everything, nobody would pick Keith Thurman. Again, the outcome is obvious. Anything's possible. Anything, including Keith Thurman getting knocked out. Anything is possible. But we're talking about what's plausible. What's plausible is Floyd Mayweather is probably going to beat Keith Thurman 9-3, 8-4, and that's being generous towards Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman has absolutely nothing to offer. I could see him in the middle of the ring in the 7th round begging Floyd Mayweather to stay still so he can hit him. Begging. Face all red, begging for him to stay still. It's not going to happen. He doesn't stand a chance. He ought to send Floyd a letter and just thank him. Like, thank you for not fighting me, knocking me down the rankings, and retiring and allowing me to become a champ. Thank you for not proving to the world that you are the better man. Thank you. Because had we stepped in that ring, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be having fights of the year with Sean Porter. I'd probably be on ESPN somewhere. Floyd would have snatched Keith Thurman's soul. It would have took a huge mental toll on Keith Thurman to get beat in that fashion. And I'm not talking about beat bloody, but I'm talking about being completely outclassed. He would have reconsidered who he is as a fighter. Long story short, being in that number 1 position, having an interim belt and not fighting Floyd is much more lucrative than had he stepped in the ring and took an inevitable L, because that's what would have happened. And a lot of people who are holding him in such high esteem, because they felt he was a threat to Floyd, would have flaked on him. The moment that final bell rings and Keith Thurman standing in the corner looking all discouraged, Floyd Mayweather up on the ropes, his children in the crowd all happy, jumping and dancing on their seats, the money team in there holding up the belt, and they announce, and still. Yeah, Keith Thurman, you should be grateful, man. I'm out.